points.
Politics, business, security, health, society. Nothing escapes the spotlight.
This is your head start into Nigeria's biggest stories of the day. From the dailies, news that talks to you. Only on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos.
On your favorite radio station, Melody 107.7 FM. Stay tuned. A very good morning to you from wherever it is you're listening to us from. This is Melody 107.7 FM, your darling number one station. This is from the dailies this beautiful day, the 9th day of December 2025. Christmas remain how many days like this?
9th day of Christmas.
My name is Oyemi Oyewale Olorunfemi, and on this program, we bring to you stories that has made their ways into Nigeria's authentic newspapers. You know how we serve it, hot and fresh. You go nowhere. Stay with us as we dish it out. I'm here with
Well, I'm Rolando Moira. Thank you for joining us on this segment.
I just say you go forget your name.
All right, this is all going to take you through stories that made it to the cover pages, as well as serving some of the juicy details of the stories for this morning. And our analyst is standing by to help us explain some of the stories that we'll be bringing to you this morning. And I'll be taking you through stories from the Punch as well as the Nigerian Tribune for today.
And I'll be taking you through stories from the Vanguard newspaper and the Nation newspaper.
Without wasting time, let me start with a story that made it to the cover page of the Punch for this morning. Benin foiled coup. U.S. reviews travel warning. Hostages regains freedom. POS takeover. Federal government ends cash payments in NDAs. FG defers 70% of 2025 capital projects to 2026. It has the rider. Government stops new projects and imposes spending limits. 22.37 trillion naira budgeted for 2026 capital expenditure. Those are the stories you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning.
All right, I'll be moving the van towards the Vanguard newspaper this morning, and I have this: FG bans cash payments for its services. FG to court, speed up hearing of terrorism kidnap cases. That's on page 9. 100 students released by terrorists handed over to Niger government. Tinubu seized Benin Republic airspace legally. That's credited to a Senate source. Rider, top army officers taken hostage in coup attempt to release. Benin foiled coup shows Tinubu's role in West Africa's stability, says presidency. ADC to FG, if you can act in Benin overnight, why not protect Nigerians? Senator Barrow hails Tinubu, says democracy remains best option. All of this you can find on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this beautiful Tuesday morning.
And on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, $2.4 billion Eurobond oil receipts remittance drive Nigeria's $7.5 billion reserve surge. Turaki-led PDP governors orders hold marathon meetings amid convention plans by Wike's camp. Insecurity, minors tackle northern governors reject call for ban on mining. Rep squeezes NERC over 109 moribund licenses, accuses discourse of unethical practices. Tinubu in separate meetings with Fubara, 7 APC governors. ICPC Works Ministry begin nationwide audit of 760 road projects. Gunmen murder pastor's wives, raise houses, vehicles in Anambra church, kill 4 in another community. NSA hands over 100 rescue pupils to Niger government. And lastly, U.S. Congressman Moore says security talks with Nigeria productive. Those are the stories on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune for this morning.
All right, talking about the state of Nigeria as the nation, we move into the Nation newspaper this morning. Students to access federal government's 50 million Naira innovation grant in Benin Republic. That's on page 6. Nigeria US moving in right direction, says Rep. Relay Moore. Tinubu bring back all abductees. All of this you can find on the front page of the Nation newspaper for today.
Esther from the Dollars reaching on Melody 107.7 FM. We'll go on this quick break now. When we return, our analyst will be joining us to help explain some of the stories.
And do not, of course, forget that you can join us on all our social media platforms. You can join us on Facebook, Melody 107.7 FM. And you can call in to join our conversation right here in the studio, 0704 800 1077 or 0906 2011077. Please stick with us.
Hooray! It's that time of the year again. Christ is born, and that means Christmas! Children, get ready for the ultimate Christmas adventure at the Melody FM Children's Christmas Fun Fair. Oh yes! Join us from December 18th to 20th, every day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at number 6 Akintoye Street, behind the BRT bus stop, Iyanokpaja, Lagos. Oh yes! It's packed with fun. Bounce eye on the bouncing castle. Strike a pose at the photo booth. Get your face painted with cool designs and dive into exciting games and competitions. Sing along to festival. Santa Claus himself is bringing you awesome gifts. That's not all. You also get a super cool tour of the FM radio premises and air your fun fair moments on a live radio broadcast, all for just 4,000 Naira. Parents and guardians, bring your children for a non-stop holiday excitement you can't afford to miss. The Melody FM Children's Christmas Fun Fair, where holiday march alive.
From the pages of Nigeria's top newspapers to your radio.
It's from the dailies, your early morning companion,
Every Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m.
on Melody 107.7 FM.
Headlines that shape the nation. Stories from the north, south, east, and west. Brought to you fresh and fast.
With expert analysis, sharp opinions, and sound
Society, nothing escapes the spotlight.
This is your head start into Nigeria's biggest stories of the day. From the dailies, news that talks to you, only on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos.
Alright, welcome back from that short break. Our guest this morning is a seasoned journalist. He is Joe Agro. Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
A very good morning to you, sir.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Yes, we will start right there from the Punch newspaper for today.
Yeah, let me take the first story now.
Okay.
The Attorney General of the Federation, I'm going to start with the headlines. The federal government seeks speedy trial of terrorists. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has urged the judiciary to expedite hearings in cases involving terrorism, human trafficking, kidnapping, and other violent crimes, stressing that the judiciary must support national efforts to combat insecurity. Mr. Joe, let me start by asking this morning now, what are the implications of the federal government's decision to seek speedy trials for terrorists, and how do you think this will impact the justice system in the country?
Yeah, so I think first and foremost, I think it's something that should have been done, that should have been a part of our legal system. However, when you talk about the implications, that just means going forward, we should be ready to embrace the straightforward nature of some of these cases that have been delayed for many years. I mean, take for instance, one of the current cases on the front burner, the Nnamdi Kanu case.
Yes.
It was something that should have been attended to in many years before this happened. I mean, it was what some people would say an open and shut case. So I didn't need to be this long. So I guess going forward, the implication of this is the legal system will be ready to face up his duty, and the people too we should learn to resolve, should put back sentiments and emotions to some of all these cases.
All right, let's move to the Vanguard newspaper. Insecurity in Nigeria and industry. Obasanjo. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has expressed worry that the fight against Boko Haram in Nigeria has lasted longer than the country's civil war that took place between 1967 and 1970. Reacting to questions on insurgency in Nigeria, the former president said leadership must understand that Nigeria needs a combination of training, equipment, intelligence, and technology to end insurgency. Obasanjo said there is nothing wrong with Nigerian military personnel receiving training in countries that have solved the insurgency's challenge, citing experience with the Niger Delta militancy. He said he will not rule out the tendency of security personnel colluding with insurgents. Now, what did former President Olusegun Obasanjo mean by describing insecurity in Nigeria as an industry, and what implications does this have for the country's security situation, sir?
Okay. Yeah, so first and foremost, I think if only President Obasanjo will be able to really describe what it means by insecurity in Nigeria being an industry. Okay. But I can get an opinion from what is said. You look at the kind of insecurity, some kind of insecurity we face in Nigeria, and you probably agree that there's been some people have been profiteering from it. Take for instance the Niger Delta crisis in the South region. Oil was basically one of the motivations. Then you come to the north again. What has been disturbing the country for like the past 10-15 years, and you look at the light of what the current northern governor said about how mining should be suspended for 6 months to let them evaluate what's going on. There's been a lot of talks about how mining has been fueling insecurity in that region. So I mean, when a President Olusegun Obasanjo that has access to all this information comes out and describes it, the situation
as an industry.
As an industry. I cannot but help agree with him in that line.
Okay, so what do you think are the potential consequences of allowing insecurity to persist, and how might it impact Nigeria's development and stability in such a time like this?
So, when you ask for potential consequences, I think they are true to anyone that knows. Insecurity in any form disrupt law and order. Absence of law and order creates a situation whereby no one is able to go about his daily life. So I mean, the consequences is, look, we'll become a nation where everybody will be fleeing away from. That's all.
All right. Let's move to.
Okay, let me take this one from the Nation newspaper this morning. Provide evidence of corruption among judges. Appeal Court's president tasked Nigerians. Now, the president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Monica Dongba-Mensem, has challenged those accusing judges of being corrupt to provide evidence to enable relevant institutions to take the necessary steps. Justice Mensem said, and we keep hearing of corruption among judges. Please provide evidence. That is what we need. Since no one has come up with evidence that we are corrupt, I know that we are not corrupt. We are doing our best. So, Mr. Joe, how does this move reflect the judiciary's commitment to addressing corruption and promoting transparency?
So, first and foremost, I think what the president of the Court of Appeal said is just an indictment. Indictment on the judiciary itself. If people need outsiders to reflect to them before they clean their stables. I don't know of some other, but I know of the police. I know the police has a department that its sole job is to check the police. And at times when we hear of incidents of police officers being arrested, being punished, is the work from that department. So in as much as the president of the appeal court had the point to say, look, Nigerians can highlight situations where judges are corrupt, where the judiciary is corrupt. I think it should be more the judiciary looking into the mirror. I mean, there has been, before now, there has been incidents where the judiciary itself has highlighted that things aren't right in our house. I just think within they should step up monitoring themselves. Then when they start doing that, there will be some kind of confidence for average, for the ordinary Nigerian to start calling out improvement in that sector. That's my view on that.
Yes, so what do you think the challenges that the appeal court may face in investigating and addressing corruption allegations, and how can they be overcome?
So you see, when we discuss this kind of matter,
yes,
you always realize that we many of these things don't operate in theory. In the practical, we have to consider our social, political, and cultural lifestyle
environment.
In the average Nigerian, there's the tendency to always circumvent judiciary, to circumvent justice. So there has been so much clamor. Again, let's look at the Onlineradiobox case. I keep citing that case because it's a very touchy case that reflects the Nigerian situation. You have someone who, in very clear terms, is nothing but a criminal. Yet, when you juxtapose this with our social-cultural, political lifestyle, we find people from his region advocating, trying to say, look, judiciary, forget about all this. Judiciary, you are not treating this, so you shouldn't treat that. So that alone is something that, I mean, this judiciary, the people that are composed of it, they are also part of the society. They are not immune to some of these fallouts. So if we continue doing it that way, till we get a reorientation, a reawakening, till every sector starts to look, I am in this is my duty. I try to separate emotion from the fact. I think we are just still going to go on the merry-go-round. You know, so the clear course of this answer is that every sector reflects our immediate environment. So that's what I think. It's going to be tough.
Okay, from the Nigerian Tribune. Court rejects Nnamdi Kanu's request to be transferred from Sokoto prison. The Federal High Court in Abuja has denied an application filed by Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, seeking his transfer from the Sokoto Correctional Center to a custodial facility within the Federal Capital Territory or the neighboring Nasarawa State. Kanu, represented by the Legal Aid Council, submitted an ex parte application requesting an order that will direct the federal government or the Nigerian Correctional Service to transfer him from the Sokoto facility to either the Kuje Custodial Center in Abuja or the Kefi Custodial Center in Nasarawa. All right, what are the reasons behind Nnamdi Kanu's request to be transferred from Sokoto prison, and how might this impact his ability to appeal his conviction?
Yeah, so again, it's as if the Kilgore Kanu is like the man of the movement.
Yeah, the man of knowledge.
Opinion writer describes his touch as magic. So I look at it now. He says, what are the reasons is demanded? He's made the reasons obvious. He's citing he wants to be close to the court to facilitate his trial and all. I However, I don't think that's tenable because to start with again, it's just what I keep saying, playing on emotions. As far as it's been cited, if we say we are going to respect the rule of law and everything, we should, and this goes to those of us in the media space, we should tend to disclose full information because I'm engaged in conversations where you ask people, in fact, some people tell you that there was no law which it was punished and all, and you begin to wonder that how did this ever come up? But I mean, in this time of social media, you just take an influencer that may not know the fact, throw something out, and several other millions are going that night.
Yeah.
Now, with regards to the question, I think it's just another of those social media noise. I mean, while there might be reasons, Kanu itself may want to be relocated to another correctional facility. The right processes have to be followed. If he has gotten to the point whereby Kanu's presence is not needed, as long as he's still in Nigeria, it may be difficult for his legal team or family to have access to him, but that is the law. It is what it is. In other countries, the event of Guantanamo Bay, the U.S., you can't. In fact, there was a special reason, if I recollect the case, why the justice cited that Kanu shouldn't even be placed in Kuje. And if you've been following that case, his outburst in court several times has not helped the matter. So while on one hand, it can appeal and do everything, on the other hand, the government too can decide this is what we want to do.
All right, we want to say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Joe Agbero, a seasoned journalist, for being a part of the show this morning. We hope that next time when we call you, you're going to be here for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Well, with that, we come to the end of this morning's edition